Good morning, folks. Welcome to Three Dudes and a Lady. My name is Earl. This is a platform that we hope will bring inspiration and positive motivation to your day with what we have to offer you. My name is Earl from North Carolina, and my gratitude for this morning is more ideas that I learned from myself and in my business.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jay Anderson from the wild, wonderful state of West Virginia. My gratitude for the day is we have some rain.
Hey guys, I'm Christine Wright, hailing out of the great state of Florida. My gratitude for the day is peaceful walks in the morning before everybody's awake. Today, Jay Shetty talked about mindfulness for you, right? He brought up how Burger King um, had the slogan "Have it your way" because it allowed customers to customize their food, and they were competing against McDonald's, of course, where McDonald's didn't allow people to do that, right? He spoke of having our preferences, and it's the same with mindfulness, right? You can meditate your way, right? He brought up Misty Copeland, which is a ballerina. She has an intense training regimen, but the mental side of things are just as important, right? She doesn't meditate in a conventional way like you would think, where she's on a yoga mat with her legs crossed, and she doesn't do that, right? What she does is she finds moments in the day that are for herself, where she can be present, right? Um, she centers herself and clears her mind. Meditating the conventional way is fine too. Like if that's the way you meditate, do it that way, right? We're all unique, so it only makes sense that our meditation process is the same, right? He talked about you can meditate while you're hiking, walking, washing the dishes, cleaning, right? We just need to identify times when we can be completely present and aware in the moment, especially in a world where there's so many distractions around us, right? Meditation is going to help us keep the busyness of the world at bay. And the possibilities are definitely endless. I am a huge fan of meditation. I've been meditating for, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. And you guys, when I first started meditating, I didn't think I was ever going to get it, right? I didn't think, and there's really no wrong or right way. It's just centering yourself and being present in the moment. But a lot of times, um, our mind is so wired to keep going, and it'll distract you, right? So if when you're first starting to meditate, that's going to happen, and that's okay. Just come back to the present, right? That's all you have to do, is just come back to the present. Let your mind wander, be aware of it, but then just come back. I mean, I just told you that I've been meditating 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. This morning I meditated my normal meditation, and I got distracted in the middle of it, thinking about some random thought, right? And then I had to realize, come back to center, right? It's gonna happen, and don't beat yourself up about it, because that's usually what happens is we beat ourselves up about it, and then we stop meditating. That's not what you should do. Do you guys have any comments?
Well, Christine, when we do meditation, and I think this is kind of like the unwritten way of saying that it's body's timeout. We need timeout. And for me personally, sometimes at some points during the day, I have to take time out because there's so much going through your mind. It's like a sponge soaking in information. And sometimes there's so much of it, it prevents you from concentrating on what you need to do. So we need to take two steps back, even if it's for like 15, 20 minutes. Like for me personally, I discovered that nature is a good way for meditation and music, or sometimes a podcast, whatever's on my phone and whatever it calls to me. Take that extra few minutes to recharge yourself because I think that's important in everybody's life. Whatever we're doing during the daytime, and you're right, there's this distractions, there's going to be obstacles, but to get through that, we have to take two steps back to realize, okay, let's get through this. Need a little me time. That me time can help us recharge our batteries and help us focus to carry on through the day or even through the week.
For sure.
So I tell you what's on my mind, and it's not Georgia. Okay, you ready for this? BK, have it your way. You rule. Jay Shetty bought this commercial up, and it's so powerful. And I don't know that I saw it in the angle until they just bought that up to me earlier. I just thought it was a little jingle, really didn't. I mean, it was catchy. It was a nice little hook, for a commercial for Burger King. But then when he spun it and what the meaning, the marketing side behind it was, I was like, man, that's brilliant. That's bloody brilliant. Just loved it. Loved it. So I kept going back and thinking on this as he was talking. By the way, when he decided to meditate, I actually stood up, tried something a little different. And I stood up, and when I was walking, I was just simulating by bending one leg after the other in place, but still trying to do that. I think I like that. I'm not a big person just to close my eyes because I can fall asleep. And that, yes, that is my dog barking. I'll let her in here in a second. But heading with this, I keep thinking something that Christine taught us a long time ago with our calendar, and it was called time blocking. I think as a resource, we need to really look into that and actually put on our calendar. I'm looking at my calendar right now. Do not have a block anywhere that has time for myself. And maybe this was the lesson that I need to have that mindfulness and figure out where to put that into my day and really start practicing it. Because there's nothing that feels better than dropping everything around you in your mind. I'm speaking in your mind, dropping everything around you and just letting the moment sink in. What a great feeling. And Earl, you said it, you hit it on the head. That mind just, it's a gear. That gear is in perpetual movement constantly.
Jay, I have a quick question for you. You just said something that kind of sparked me a little bit. You said on your schedule, there isn't a darn time block in there for me time. Is that an example of you trying to please others and squeezing that into your schedule? Or is that just, how should I say, optional stuff that you put into your calendar to fill up your day? Because I obviously I can't see your calendar, but is it a thing of gotta get this done, gotta get this done, gotta get this done, or are we trying to please yourself, meaning to please others, talking about clients or perhaps family members?
Well, no, I don't fill a calendar to please others because they can't see it. Okay.
Exactly.
So the thing for me is I'm gonna try this little exercise here, and if it messes up, it just messes up. So be it.
See,
Let me
sorry,
undo all this.
sorry to interrupt, Jay, because I'm just gonna throw this in there. I got one word for you: adjustment. I think the schedule needs an adjustment, even if it's a 15 to 20-minute adjustment in your schedule for that me time, so I can hit a quick reset on myself to do the, okay, I see it. I see it.
Yep.
I like the color coding. I got to work on that.
So for me, I think that it's I'm not in a big excuse type person. Okay.
Hmm.
We can say excuses all we want. To me, I feel like me not putting on there after someone has bought an idea up to me, to which I do subscribe and believe in, but I'm not putting it on my own calendar, is just pure laziness. That's what I think it is. So there is no excuse for me not to have it on there. I don't think to put it on there. And I think we have to change that rephrase. Not we, me. I have to change that thought process and actually put it on there. I have to be mindful to be mindfulness.
Right. And I think a lot of times with our calendars, we don't necessarily put like stuff like that on it, right? We don't necessarily put meditate or me time. We just don't. We don't think about it. We don't. That's why I have to do it first thing in the morning. Otherwise, forget it. I mean, if during the day I have a time, I don't mind cleaning my house. Like I like to do it. So for me, that's a meditation time for me that I don't mind doing. I don't even mind weed eating because I know that's time that I get all by myself, that nobody else is around. Nobody's going to bother me. So for me, those are the times that I try to find a moment where I can just be in the present moment and not have to worry about anything else. Go ahead, Earl.
And Christine, whether we put it in our calendar or not, I mean, people watching this are probably saying, I don't have time to put it in my calendar. My day is so busy. I get it. But the thing is, if we don't squeeze out 10 to 15 minutes during the daytime, I think for most people it's between 2 and 3:30 in the afternoon when we're starting to run out of juice in our system. You have to ask yourself, I need to recharge myself because if my schedule changes, if I have to do something later than normal, it catches up to you physically and emotionally. And you have to ask yourself, what do I need to do to charge myself up? Do I need a little me time? All right. Do I have to refresh myself? Do I have to, it's going to be different for everybody. It's going to be different for everybody. Even if it's like a 15-minute nap. Some people need a nap. Go in the car and hide for 15 minutes. They close their eyes to charge up for 10, 15 minutes, and they wake up. Okay, and then your body says, "All right, your nap time's up. Go get it." All right. I
Well,
mean, it's going to be different for everybody.
that's exactly what Jay Shetty's saying. That, and
Right.
going behind the BK have it your way,
But
you
your
have
way, right? I get it, Jay. Get it.
yeah,
I think people need to hear it, but sometimes from a different angle.
they do. They
They
do.
do. And for me personally, I mean, my dead time really is like 3:30 in the afternoon. All of a sudden, I find myself dragged. And as a matter of fact, if I attend an afternoon call that's on, sometimes I need to refresh, go get a seltzer water, chug that down, and refresh my body, or just take a walk, just to get the heartbeat going again. Just get going because let's face it, we're human. Humans, you need that little me time during that time of day to take a break to recharge and say, okay, I feel better now. Let's go out and get it.
And sometimes just going out in nature helps, right?
Right,
Like,
exactly.
especially if you're talking about like in the afternoon, like that's a perfect time to go out in nature. And then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, you're meditating, even though you're not doing it the conventional way, right? You don't have a yoga mat and whatever, like you're not doing it that way. Yeah, exactly. But you are meditating. It's just different.
And being out in some parts of nature, I live in Raleigh, technically it's considered North Raleigh, North Carolina, where I would say about 7 miles north of me, it's all woods out there. I mean, it's beautiful woods, beautiful houses out there. You drive out there, just roll the window down and feel that fresh air kick into you. It feels good. And then you drive around there, and you feel like you're in God's country. And sometimes people need that because it just crank up the music. What do you mean, Jay? Huh? What?
I know. You got to come to West Virginia. That's why they say almost heaven in
It's
West
it
Virginia.
okay. It's on my bucket list there, bro. We talked about this. All right. But the thing is, for some people, it's the beach. If you live near the coast,
Oh yeah.
For me,
yeah.
it's the beach.
For me personally, I'm a beach person, and bank on it. When June hits, July hits, I'm gonna plan a me day to travel to Wilmington, North Carolina, where there's a beach nearby, and go early in the morning. For me personally, it's the morning. I love the mornings there. I like to feel the sunshine, the morning breeze, the waves, listen to the seagulls. I mean, have my music with me, and just it helps me. All right, and like I said, it's going to be different for everybody. Some people just need to be near the mountains. to feel the trees around them, listen to the birds and just, that nature, that's God's gift right there. Take it in. So it's going to be different for everybody, but find what works for you to recharge yourself and just give the grace of life that has been given to you.
Yeah, for sure. And like Earl was talking about, just find it in your daily schedule to add it in there, right? Be
Right.
intentional. Like it's definitely intentional, and a lot of times people think they're doing it wrong or they're not getting it right or right. We're in our own ways, and we don't even know it, right? Like we don't know that it's okay if you think about something during the meditation, right? It's not the end of the world. Just recenter and refocus and get back in it, right? And it's
And,
never going to be perfect.
and
No,
Christine,
and
go ahead. I'm
there's
sorry.
there's a key component to this in my mind, and my mind says I think sometimes we get confused with time of day and for meditation, or I should say, time of day for meditation. I think a lot of people think that if you don't do it in the morning or if you don't do it during the middle of the afternoon, it's over. And I don't think people realize timing is irrelevant. Earl, you said, well, some people say they're just way too busy. You're never busy enough within a 24-hour time frame to take the time somewhere.
And
Sometimes people use the drive home from work, particularly those who commute like 40, 45 minutes. And Earl, they do exactly what you said, listen to music or listen to nothing and just release their mind. That they kind of unwind their day before they get to the house. Okay. I will tell you, when I was in the car business, I lived literally 10 minutes from the dealership. Okay. There was no unwind time. And I feel sorry for, or past tense, my wife, who I just unloaded my day on her. That's not fair to her, but that unloading was a release for me. And then once I realized that I was doing that, folks, you don't realize what you're doing. You have no clue. You're just in conversation. When someone asks you, how was your day? I'm glad you asked. Wrong question to ask. But
and,
so
well, and Jay, I think what this is a little totally just a hair off, but and I had this on my mind for the past couple of minutes. When people are putting in a full day's work, I mean, they push the envelope. Gotta get this done, right? And they keep pushing. And there's some point, if something fails them in the afternoon, then they really get frustrated that they didn't take 2 seconds to take a break, say, because they try to keep, oh, just one more thing, you know. And then it gets to a point in the afternoon where something goes wrong, and all of a sudden it goes off like a bomb, and it says, I should have done this. I should have
I,
done. I didn't take
I
2
know
seconds.
you guys hate this phrase when I use it, but the matter is, when you give a shit meter pegs, you got to take a break.
That's right, exactly. And some people refuse to do it because they're so in their head about what they're doing that they don't take 2 seconds. I don't want to use the word greed. I think it's just the word
Oh, it is. It's greed.
okay, all right.
You
Well,
don't have to sugarcoat it.
No, it's
I'm
definitely
not trying. I'm not trying to sugarcoat. Well, the first word that came out of my mind was greed because they're greedy in their time and they're greedy of what it is that they're after. And sometimes that greed gets wiped out when you make a mistake that's right in front of you because mentally you didn't take that break when you were supposed to. You didn't recharge yourself. Okay. I mean, think about sports players for a second. Think about what's going on in hockey. You don't think those hockey players, they don't have to take a break because they physically worked out, they're mentally, it's challenging. The coach tells them to get off the ice, it's your turn. They take breaks. I know it's not relevant to the subject, but the thing is it's just an example of what we need to do. So
right. So
It's very
true.
good. Very good. Well, guys, I think it's easy to see that we're not licensed therapists. And I tell you what fun it is to hear different angles. What I like about this, folks, is it opens my mind up. I don't become tunnel visioned, and a lot of times we become tunnel visioned in life. It's very easy to do. And in that tunnel vision, we feel like we're doing this right path thing. And sometimes we need all these different angles coming into us to make us open up our thoughts, our mindsets, and being mindful to ourselves. We're so fortunate that we listen on this platform, listens to the app Calm within there. Jay Shetty is in there. We listen to him. He provides such mindful content and allows us to explore these things. Please come join us.
And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more content. We hope you learned a lot here. Please come back for more. Peace.
Deuces.
Peace.